All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting video today for you guys. I was actually sent this video along with the message asking a question about this young lady and the Three Stooges, or whoever those guys are. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never heard of this young lady. This is the very first time that I've seen her, but y'all know how we are on this channel, all right? We always like to make sure that we have a nice little balance and we're not leaning too much to one side or the other.
If all I had to do was cut a hole in a bag, I could have cut it better than this.
So I'm gonna keep an open mind when going into this. I know we're gonna get a lot of pushback for that title and that thumbnail, and it's okay. Listen, I'm always open to the possibility that I'm wrong, and we love to piss people off. So let's get it.
We had a presidential interview at the halftime. Again, I know it's not everybody's highlight, but it's important. It's something we do. It's part of tradition. And the fact that Joe Biden couldn't and or wouldn't do this to maintain this long-held tradition was disgraceful. We knew it was because he wasn't all there. He's still not all there. That's why Trump just stripped him, that plus fair game, because it was done to Trump, of his security clearance, saying even the special counsel Robert Hur said, well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory, why would we be giving this guy top secret classified documents access? But in any event, Trump gave the interview to Bret Baier. He did great. It was a snappy 7-minute piece of a longer interview that Bret's airing tonight, and we'll have highlights of it tomorrow. But that was number one. The president, for the first time, showed up, was robust, was having a great time, was glad-handing with everybody, a moment for the country to celebrate our shared leadership, and wasn't too infirm to sit down and go mano a mano with Bret Baier. Let's start there.
Yeah, well, you brought back an old tradition. You mentioned the Super Bowl halftime one that Joe Biden sat out. Now, he didn't know he was sitting out. We think they took him to a Little League football game and told him it was the Super Bowl, and he thought he probably did one. But maybe start...
Yo, come on, man. Yo, they showing out, man. Why they take it?
New tradition where the sitting president goes to the Super Bowl. Yeah. What is more American than that? What is more American than that entrance that Donald Trump had, shaking hands with the players there before the game? And then we talk about juxtaposition. You talk about Taylor Swift sitting on one side and Donald Trump sitting on the other. How about the juxtaposition of the president not only doing the interview, but looking unbelievably cognizant and going at warp speed in the first couple of weeks of his administration? That, to me, was the worst look for the Democrats. Donald Trump was cognizant. He was aware. He was snappy. He was serious. Could also be light. Just totally different than what Joe Biden.
Well, I mean, let's talk about what he did before this, before he even got to the Super Bowl. He was playing golf with Tiger Woods.
Yeah, that's a win by itself.
Is this the coolest day ever?
Yeah,
as a person, you go play
He's
golf
living his
with
best
Tiger
life.
Woods and his
for sure.
son, then you go to the Super Bowl and do this absolutely kill.
Now listen, I know a lot of people have a lot of thoughts about Donald Trump. You know, it's a lot of things that I can honestly say that I don't agree with when it comes to him. But what I will say is a lot of moves that he has made since getting in the chair, I respect it. Good grief, man. and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you know, for the longest, I really do feel like certain people were trying to push an agenda and they were pushing it on everybody, including children. And I didn't agree with it. And I am so thankful. And I think that we are so blessed that they are taking certain things out of those schools. And I am referring to, you know, those pride flags and stuff like that. That's what I'm referring to. Just so we can be clear about this. I am so thankful that those things will hopefully no longer be in schools at all. Stop pushing that on children. I'm glad. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Well, in many ways, I felt
100%.
like, okay, we are back to my childhood. A sitting president gets a standing ovation, regardless of political party. That's awesome. The game was a blowout, like most of them in my childhood were. A couple of the commercials were funny because I had to sit through several years here where I didn't laugh at a single commercial. At least a couple of them were funny.
Because they were all telling you you were evil because you're a white man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, bad, white man bad.
And some of these were very funny. But on
Whoa, wait, what? I'm gonna have to go back and check those commercials. Like, wait, what? Were there any commercials?
Hell no!
Like, I'm literally gonna go back and check those commercials. What in the world is she talking about? Where are we going here? What's going on? I was watching the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. I don't know. Again, I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong, but I didn't see any of that. We'll double check, and y'all feel free to send me anything that's referring or that's gonna help her case. Because right now, she kind of lost me with that. I feel like everything was flowing pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Until you got certain people that try to push a certain agenda, but we're gonna let her go off for now. And I also want to agree with him. That Super Bowl was a blowout, unfortunately. I actually prefer a closer game, make it interesting or whatever. And yes, the commercials have been trash. So that part I would definitely agree with.
Have a black national anthem, which I can't believe we even have to make that statement that we've splintered so badly. We have to have a completely separate national anthem. And we had what, in my opinion, was a completely out of touch halftime performance. Regardless if you think Kendrick Lamar, this rapper, is talented or is a great lyricist or whatever, the national appeal to me doesn't justify him performing at the Super Bowl. It's the largest American event. So I
do want to talk about that. I mean, I appreciated that there seemed to be somewhat, there was red, white, and blue. I was like, okay, is he a patriot? I can't tell. Then there's online people speculating that no, it was like somehow a middle finger to America with Sam Jackson. I don't.
Your Uncle Sam, and this is the great American game.
I don't totally understand the theories. I saw red, white, and blue, and I liked it, but I didn't understand a word he said.
I got royalty inside my DNA. Woke up looking for the broccoli hot key.
I didn't understand his messaging. Apparently, he sung the one song that was, or he sang the one song that is like his big rip on Drake. So that's like a personal thing. We have some of it. Okay, let's watch.
I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
He's suggesting Drake is a pedophile here.
They not like us. No,
struck the chord is probably A minor. There's Serena. Serena Williams made a.
They not like us. No, they not like us.
Yeah.
A cameo is the ex-girlfriend of Drake. By the way, no evidence that Drake is a pedophile whatsoever. This is some sort of internet.
Serena, please stop doing that. Please, just out. Listen, I know we got other people down in the comments about that, but look, Serena, just no. You could have did any other dance, but yeah, just whew.
That Kendrick Lamar put into his song, they don't like each other. I guess he was like sort of a protege of Drake's, but then they broke up and they don't like each other. But that's a little small ball for the Super Bowl. And you looked around during the performance, nobody was even paying attention. Everybody's on their phone. It was far from like a Michael Jackson where it's like, oh my God, right? Everybody in the stadium's riveted. It was like, okay.
Well, I mean, Megan, you bring.
Wait, let's address that real quick, right? I know she said that it wasn't as dope or whatever as Michael Jackson's halftime show. But listen, what we deal with is, and listen, I wasn't at the Super Bowl, so I wouldn't know if people were sitting around on their phones or whatever. Maybe she was. Maybe the people that she was around or whatever. Maybe people that she's seen were on their phone. But if we're looking at things based on numbers, right? Because we can look at that, we can see that, like that's solid, right? You look at the numbers that Kendrick Lamar did, they actually passed Michael Jackson. And I'm not saying that because, I got anything against Michael Jackson. But if we're going based on numbers, his halftime performance topped everybody's. So again, if we're going based on numbers, man, numbers don't lie.
Small ball coming, and I think you're right. I think something that would have been cooler is if he'd have brought Drake out during that, and they would have squashed the beef, and it would have been like a unifying thing, and everybody would have got behind it. I think that'd have been a much more lucrative way to go about it. Now all of a sudden next week y'all are dropping a remix to a song together that goes to #1 in the charts because you just did it at the Super Bowl. But it's this childish thing, and look, we know people do this in music. They beef with each other and this, that, and the other. But as far as deciding to put him as the halftime show and
Hold on, before we go into this next point, I actually agree with that. I think that would actually been dope. Squash the beef on the biggest stage. Oh man, that would have been dope. And I know a lot of people, probably didn't want to see that, but I'm all for uniting, our people. So I actually really do agree with him. They would have came together, squashed the beef, and like he said, the next week or whatever, would have came out with a dope song. Oh man, that would have been dope. That would have been. I got to agree with him. I got to agree with him on that.
it has 3 great solutions to
I got
fix the
3
Super
for you.
Bowl halftime, which I'm sure he's
I
going to
doubt
tell you
it.
here in a minute. But if I can't understand the words that you're saying, and when I listen to Money Trees by Kendrick Lamar and some of the other songs he does that I like, I can 100% understand what he's saying. But he might as well have been speaking North Korean to me. That's why after the first 3 minutes, I couldn't understand. I can't go along with something. It was verbal braille. That's what it was. I had no idea
Ben
what he was
Shapiro
saying.
at the Daily Wire, he tweeted out something like, "It's a beautiful voice and a beautiful accent, but to be perfectly honest, I can't understand a word you're saying. Live in peace." The exact thing that Trump said to that Afghanistan journalist last week.
Well, he sounds like Joe Biden when he was on the debate stage.
Y'all smoking crack! Something is wrong with you people!
I had no idea. And what's the Serena Williams like? Isn't she? You're married to a white guy singing a song called "They're Not Like Us."
Yeah.
What are you doing? And if I'm Serena Williams' husband, you're gone.
Yeah, you're.
Dang. Hey, listen. I mean, he's not wrong. Hey. I don't know. Again, I'm not justifying anybody's action. If it's in question and it don't make sense to me, I got to keep it a band. I didn't get that either.
Back and dancing for your ex?
You're
about
gone.
your
Bye-bye.
ex? No.
There's-
I'm good.
And by the
Megan,
way,
there's 3
didn't her
solutions.
husband
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Didn't her husband, who was the CEO of Reddit, give up his position voluntarily to somebody who's not white? It was during the post-George Floyd-a-Palooza mania.
See now, up here, don't you?
Where he was like, "I'm too white. I'm going to give up. My team's going to check me on this," but I distinctly remember this story where he ceded his role for being a white guy. So it's like, all right, whatever. I don't know why she was there.
Shut your stupid ass up! Say that, folks! Let me show dumb ass say it!
Didn't her husband, who was the CEO of Reddit, give up his position voluntarily to somebody who's not white? It was during the post-George Floyd-a-Palooza mania, where he was like, "I'm too white. I'm going to give up. My team's going to check me on this," but I distinctly remember this story where he ceded his role for being a white guy. So it's like, all right.
Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Not a good look, ma'am. That's not a good look at all. What's her name? Megan Kelly. That's not. Why in the world are you so upset or feeling some type of way because, your words, basically a white guy gave up his job description or whatever to somebody that wasn't white? I don't understand what her issue is about that. Why do you have a problem with a white guy, giving his job to somebody that's not white? What's wrong with that?
Got him. We got him.
She got to come to the front of the congregation because this right here is definitely in question. She was definitely upset about that. And see, the thing about when you're inside of an echo chamber, you got to be careful. Those cameras are rolling. This footage never goes away. So people going to be able to bring this up and pull this up 5, 10 years from now. Why in the world did you have such an issue with a white guy giving his job to a non-white guy?
That's suspicious.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's weird.
Here was, because I know you were asking each other on your show, what did the ladies of The View think of it? Well, I've got your answer. Here's what they thought.
I did ask you that.
Where they went in response to the halftime show.
I think today Donald Trump is going to sign an executive order banning black people from halftime. Because you remember last week we were talking about whether the NFL was capitulating to Trump by removing the term "end racism" from the end zone. Yeah. Boy, did they not capitulate to Trump. When I saw Samuel L. Jackson dressed as a black Uncle Sam introducing Kendrick Lamar, who then had like an entire formation of all black people making a U.S. flag, and all the racists who somehow get in, man, were they hopping mad. So if the racists are mad, I am happy as a clam.
It was so nice to see black excellence and joy in front of the sitting president who decided for the first time to go to the Super Bowl.
So
Man.
Trump is upset because there were black people performing there. That's
Boy, stressed out, ain't they? That boy stressed out. I can't wait to hear what they're going to say. Go ahead, fam. Go ahead and take that mask off.
That's their message.
The accusations of racism don't land for me when, one, you just brought up Michael Jackson's performance, all-time great, and two, Prince singing Purple Rain in the Rain is one of the greatest halftime, one of the greatest concert performances that you will ever see. But I have three solutions to fix the halftime show, Megan. One,
I guarantee these are going to be the worst suggestions we have ever heard in our damn life. Wait for it.
just let Chris Stapleton do it every single year.
Nope.
If you already love him, you're happy. If you don't...
Chris Stapleton? Fam, come on, man. You're going to compare Chris Stapleton and say that he should do it every year? This is exactly why you will never be in that type of position. Let Chris Stapleton do it every single last year. Do you really believe that Chris Stapleton is going to pull in the type of numbers that Kendrick Lamar pulled in this year? If they were just to flip-flop and put Chris Stapleton in that position this year, do you really believe that it would have did the numbers that it did? Come on, man. Come on. Somebody get this clown out of here. Get this clown. He don't even believe that mess. Like, yo, just because that's the only person you listen to when you go work out and hit the gym, that's only you. I guarantee you it wouldn't have even been a fraction of the number that Kendrick Lamar did during the Super Bowl. Come on, man. He literally broke every single last record. And your advice, your solution, that's crazy. That is crazy. He don't believe that mess.
Love him. Congratulations, you're about to fall in love. And we don't need any theatrics. We don't need to run a stage out there. We don't even need backup singers or a guitar. Just let him go sing Broken Halos a cappella, and that'll solve it. Or Lainey Wilson, for that matter. Two, we have the technology now where everyone could just pick the musical artist they want. Let's have 5 different ones representing the major genres of music across the country. If you want to listen to the hip-hop one, you click that. If you want to listen to the rock one, you click that. Let Elon Musk come up with the details. I'm just the idea guy. Or 3...
There is nobody in the world that is going to take any of these ideas serious, my friend. And this thing probably done been viewed how many times? Let's just see. Let's just see. This thing done been viewed in one day over 200,000 times. Nobody's going to take that serious. Nobody in their right mind that's trying to make money, they're not going to take that serious, fam. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. You don't even believe this mess. You see the other 2 guys looking like, what the heck is over there talking about, man?
Just get rid of it completely because high-level athletes running into each other for 3 hours should be entertaining enough.
I'm not sure those are going to work, but I have to say I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Okay, okay, I respect it. She's like, I'm not sure if that BS is gonna work. I appreciate that. Somebody had to say it.
And how we make it racial. It's like maybe you like the songs, maybe you didn't, but because it was all black people out there, that's a fuck you to Trump. That's an in your face, and Trump must have been very upset at seeing black joy. Has there been a Republican president in modern history who's done more to reach out to black Americans, black voters, or who's gotten a greater proportion of them, only to have their side call all those people Uncle Toms? Whenever a black Republican succeeds in America, they call the man or the woman an
Wait. Uncle Tom. What trips me out is you have individuals like this that have huge platforms. I'm gonna be honest with you. We know why these type of individuals are pushed to the forefront, right? The loudest ones in the room oftentimes are the ones that are wrong. Just loud and ignorant, and they have a lot of people that fall in behind that ignorance.
Tom, as if there's some sort of a race traitor. And yet Anna Navarro, who, by the way, you're not black, has decided to appoint herself like defender-in-chief of black people. She speaks for them all. I don't think so.
Yeah. Megan, can we just for a second, just about the...
Megan is upset. Why are you so upset that, again, a person that she said, you're not black. Why are you so upset that she's taken up and wanting to be the voice for people? Why in the world are you so upset, man? I need to know. I need answers. Why in the world is she so upset?
Because what would have happened, and I'm going to try and, obviously watch my words here. I think if we wanted to get answers from terrorists faster, we wouldn't have to waterboard them. We wouldn't have to torture them. The form of torture we should actually use is to strap them to a chair and just play 24 hours straight of The View on a loop. I think you would get answers to where all the terrorists are. I think Hamas would be done in 3 weeks if we would just do that to a couple of them. They tell us where everything is.
I'd break like that.
Yeah.
All right. So this was Miss Megyn Kelly. All right, and the Megyn Kelly Show. Again, guys, I am not familiar with this young lady. Never heard of her, never seen her show or anything like that. And I still don't know who those three students, were on her, on her channel. But I will say this because I don't know. I don't know if this young lady is racist or not. I'm not saying that she is. I'm not saying that she's not. I don't know her from a hill of beans. To keep it a band with you. I have no idea who this young lady is outside of the video that I just seen. But what I will say is, I found it really suspicious from some of her talking points and some of her stances against certain individuals in the video. I'm not gonna, repeat myself, but y'all can go back and watch. I want to hear from y'all, all right? Y'all drop it down in the comments and y'all let me know. Do y'all think that this could be looked at as racist? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments. Let's talk about it below, all right? Until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm trying to work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa, too bad was they roll.
Criticize. From now on, don't ask me your mind for nothing.